right, so we've got our A and our B. We need to find K and H. So we're looking for our translations, which way up and down, sideways, whatever. So basically what we've got to work with is the compressions and stretches. So if we apply the compression and the stretch, then we find the point that the graph would have been at before it was translated. So then we can go, okay, well, how does it move from there to where it actually is? So the best way to do that is just to focus on one of the points, and I like A because this one's got a half in it and whatever, that's just a little bit more complicated. So if I use A as my point, my X and Y, I just use a quick simple little table. 1 and 1 is my point, and I could just write that this is A we're dealing with. And then I have to make my X over B a Y new point, but I'm going to use the values that we've found so far, so 0.5 and 2, which means that I'm going to go 1 divided by 0.5. 1 divided by 0.5 is 2. 1 times 2 for my Y would give me 2. So let's just color code that a little bit. And this point 2 and 2 should be 2 and 2 right here. That should be where A prime is, but it isn't. A prime is at -1 and 4. So how did this get to there? I'm going to change my marker again. Hope you can see this. It became -1 and 4. So how does 2 get to -1? Well, it went this way, 3. If I look at my sheet, if I go that way, it means that H is actually supposed to be a positive here. So I can take this out and I can write +3. That tells me that it's inside the brackets, so it's a horizontal shift, and it's positive, so it's going left. Now, I'm going to take, oh, there we go, got the better one. 2 became 4, so it's gone up 2. So again, I'm going to use my little formula sheet, and I might want to rewrite this a bit and put it on this side of the equation so I can see it better. But if it went up 2, it's plus A on this side, so it would be minus A on the other side. So I'm just going to write over here, it went up 2, so it's Y minus 2. So we've put in all of our values, and we have gotten our new equation. The way that we could check to see if we were correct would be to go back and plug in the original A point and see if we get the new A point. So let's try that. I'm going to just erase this work. And we're just going to use black. A is 1 and 1. And if I want to do X over B plus H, A times Y plus K to get my new point, then I have to put in all the values that I have sorted out here. So X over a half plus 3 and 2 times Y plus 2 to get my final equation. So now I'm going to just go and I'm going to actually substitute in here. my 1 and my 1. One divided by 0.5 is 2, plus 3. Whoops. Ah. See? That's how we catch this. But actually I did this wrong because if it's x plus 3, it's supposed to be x minus h. So this should have been a negative sign. So it doesn't change my formula. It just makes me a little bit more careful with how I'm doing my point analysis. So 1 divided by 0.5 is 2, minus 3 gives me negative 1 as my new point. Yep. 2 times 1 is 2, plus 2 is 4, which is my new point. So I used the changes that I made, and I found the A prime point, so I know that this is the correct formula for the blue graph. Yay! So much fun.